So cheap properties can be tempting, but there's a couple red flags that I typically see, and typically the cheaper properties are in less desirable areas. So regardless of what that pro forma says, you want to do your own due diligence. And if it's cheap enough, there may be a good reason why it's cheap enough. The market will dictate the price, and that's why it's tougher to find really good steals in these great neighborhoods because the demand is there. The people know, especially today, like we're in the information age. It's like, unless you're going out and sourcing deals directly, like it's, the market is going to dictate that price. But as far as like buying those cheap properties, I totally get it because, a lot of people, they want to be real estate investors and it's exciting to get in the game. And sometimes you're willing to sacrifice, some of the criteria that make a good rental property. And one of those is location. The most important is location. So you're saying, hey, I have a 2-flat that I can purchase for $200 in this, rough neighborhood and whatnot. Or I have this other one for twice as much, this two unit for $400,000. I can't afford that, but I want to get in the game. I want to be a real estate investor. And it's so tempting to jump in and grab that $200,000 building, but it may just not work. Like the whole investment is predicated on the income coming in. The income is based on the tenant. And if you can't find high quality tenants because of the location, that investment's not going to work. And I've seen so many people that buy their first one and they never buy a property again because it was a complete nightmare. They lost a ton of money and it was just more than they bargained for. And don't get me wrong, there are folks who make it work, but those are very far and few between. And usually what you see is those are owner operators. So their business is not property management. Their business is building this portfolio. The only reason the property management company exists is to manage those properties. And one of the two is losing money. So they're operating at a loss on the property management side so that their portfolio can work, or vice versa. But to try to do both, to try to have a viable third-party property management company and a viable property investment in the wrong area, I haven't seen that ever work.